Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday morning. It's 11 o'clock. My name is Betty Sakosha. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Specifically, I live in Massachusetts, and I am the team leader for the Power of Positive Inking. Thank you for joining me. I just want to make sure, hopefully, that I'll be able to see if you've got something to say. I think I will be able to see. Whoops. Okay. I don't want to hear. I just want to see. Okay. So welcome for joining me. It is Tuesday, November the 14th. And in the world of Stampin' Up, it's a big day. It's a big day for a couple of reasons. If you are a customer or not yet a customer, but you want to be a customer, we have something called a seasonal sale going on. And oh, I forgot the thing that I was supposed to show you upstairs. But I can tell you, if I remember correctly, that we have ribbon and trim on sale for 10% off. We have paper, like all kinds of paper, on sale for 15% off. I'm going to put a little disclaimer. I'm not actually sure if these are the correct percentages with the correct products, but I'm pretty sure. So thanks, Joanna. Thanks for joining me, and let me know if I'm right on this. Okay, ribbon and trim, 10% off. Paper, 15% off. And that includes all kinds of paper, like grid paper for when you're stamping. It includes, I believe, masking paper. It includes specialty designer series paper, cardstock, and watercolor paper. Anything that's in the annual catalog, not in the current mini catalog, but the annual catalog. And then ink and all ink related things like ink refills, etc. Spots, uninked spots, not even ink, but uninked spots are on sale as well as markers and blends. So that's what I'm going to feature today. So all those are on sale for 20% off. Maybe it's the other way around. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure. But if you go to my website, bettyboop.stampinup.net, you will be able to find the actual information. Thanks for joining me, Sandy. I was just explaining this sale going on, and I left my printed copy upstairs. So, yeah. But there's a bunch of stuff on sale and all from the annual catalog. Oh, it also includes like envelopes. Stock up on stuff now. Don't miss out on this. This is a great chance to stock up on stuff. And if there's people that are that you want to buy for you for Christmas, reach out. Let me know, and I will reach out to them and let me know what you want, and I'll reach out to them and do a little shopping for you if need be. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is if you are a demonstrator and if you are on my team and if you are planning to go to OnStage, which is a big convention, OnStage 2024 in Houston, you need to register today at noon our time. So if I know that you're going, I just sent you a text on that. But if I don't know you're going, it's noon. So I'll wrap this up before then so you can get on there and do that. Okay, let me flip this down so we can get started. Ooh, this stand is a little wonky today. Ah! Okay, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Whoops. Okay, there is my info. Let me see if I can get this to go a little bit more comfortable for me anyway. Okay, let me zoom down a little bit. There's my info, Betty Boop, my name, Betty Sakosha at bettyboop.stampinup.net, booptique.wordpress.com. Okay, today I really wanted to feature the blends because they're on sale. I've been a demonstrator for a lot of years now, and I still don't even own all of the blends, but I love them. They are the best markers. They are just the best markers. They don't leave any kind of lines when you use them, and you can use different colors together and get like a really blended look, hence the name. And it makes you feel like you're actually maybe a little more artsy than you are. Unless you are artsy, in that case, you really know how to blend and really take advantage of these. So normally they're $10. They're $8.50 today. So I don't 15% off. So I guess I guess the inks would be the 15% off and the paper would be the 20. I don't know. Anyway, they're $8.50 today for a package of 2 of them. So I wanted to show you a holiday card that I'm featuring tomorrow in my, I have a card class once a month. And tomorrow we are doing some holiday cards. So I wanted to show you this fun 2-color holiday card. All right, so let me show you the finished card first. Here it is. If you're coming to my card class tomorrow, there's your little preview. And if you're not coming, but you'd like to know more about upcoming card classes, please message me and I will add you to my email list and you won't miss out. All right, so the stamp set that I'm using for this is actually Bird's Eye View, which is not necessarily a Christmas or a holiday set, but you've got birds, you can make them any holiday you want, right? So let's get started on this. I'm going to use this little bird. I'm using this bird because I feel like that almost looks like a scarf. I know it's a wing, but to me it has a very scarf feel about it. So that's the bird that I'm using. I'm going to stamp in Memento ink. Memento ink is on sale today. And refill for Memento, should you need that. Let me move this out of the way so I don't get ink all over it. Okay, so I'm using Memento, and the reason I'm using Memento is that Memento is the ink you should use with blends. StazOn can be used for other reasons, but Memento is what you want to use with blends. All right, so let me stamp the bird. Let me stamp everything all at once. All right, so this bird is facing towards the right. So my branch went that direction. Some of the birds in the package face the other direction, so your branch could just come out from the other side. But he is facing this direction. And because it's photopolymer, it's super easy to get his little feet right where they belong on that branch. All right, done with the ink. Let's move that out of the way. And I'm going to color in my branch. I'm using light pecan, and I'm using the tip end. There are 2 different ends to this. There's the tip end and then kind of a nubby end. I'll show you the nubby end in a minute because we're not going to use the tip end, the nubby end for this. I don't know if that's the real name. I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing the people that make these things have better names than the nubby end, but that's what I call it. Okay, so I think you can see, and I'll show you up close, there are going to be no lines. When all is said and done, there are no lines. Everything blends together. Good morning, Jody. I was just talking about the sale and how the blends were on sale today, so I'm using those today. I'm not actually adding any dimension to this. By dimension, I mean I'm not adding any blending to this because I just want this to be super quick. So I'm not worried about that. But if you get 2 in the package, you would get a light pecan and a dark pecan. And you could add dimension like shadowing to your whatever you're coloring in, but I am not. So you can see that you could use this to its full extent by shading it, or you can just do what I'm doing here, which is kind of just doing this really quick. I thought I had a dark marker, but I don't have it with me, so I'll just make his tail the same color. But you'll see on my original sample, my tail was actually the darker red. Oh, I definitely need the darker red. Okay, so you Here, look at this, and I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, I'm opening a new pack because I know I have it, but I just don't know where it is. So, okay, so I got my poppy. This is the Poppy Parade. So this is the darker. You can see the two different colors on the tips here of this. And I'll show you the difference in the actual color itself. So I already did this in the light. Now I'm just going to add in a little bit of shading in the dark. And then because I pulled it out, why not? I'm going to just go right underneath his little wing there and underneath his neck and add a little bit of shading. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to let that be for a minute because it blends, it is slowly going to kind of fade in there. And if it doesn't, I'll go back and take care of that in a minute. All right, so the wings, let's see, I'm going to use some dark. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use 3 different colors. So I'm using light granny apple, dark granny apple, and dark poppy. So I did every third little stripe there. This is the Nubian that I spoke of previously. Good morning, Teresa. So that will go next. There is actually something called a color lifter, which is, to call it an eraser would be generous, but it does help when you get some little spots that need, that when you get out of the lines. And in general, I don't worry about getting out of the lines that much, but there are times it bugs you. Doesn't work as well with the red. But you can see that that kind of looks like his wing is now showing a little shading there, right? All right, his beak. His beak. Okay, I thought I was prepared. I guess I wasn't. Okay, so his beak I'm just going to do in yellow. By yellow, I mean daffodil. Just give that a little. Okay, perfect. Now, I want to add snow to this. Here's my original. So I want to add snow to this, and this is how I'm going to do it. I don't want the snow to get on my bird, so I'm going to do what we call masking. So I'm taking just a little Post-it note, and I told you I was done with my ink, but I'm not, because I need to do my little Post-it note. I'm going to stamp my bird right on my Post-it note. This is cheap Post-it note, no name Post-it note. So the sticky part of this is only at the top. It's not like along here. So that's why I stamped my bird close to the top, because I needed him to be, some of him to be sticky. So what you want to do now is just cut out your image very, very close. You don't want to leave any kind of border around whatever your image is. And this is going to help you to mask off your image so that whatever you want, for instance, I don't want my snow to be on my bird. I want it to kind of be in the background. So there's my bird. Now, he is sticky a little bit over here. I'm going to put this right on top of my bird, like so. And then I'm going to get my snow. So I'm using snow from a different stamp set because this what is the name? Bird's Eye View does not have snow in it. It's got a lot of things, but snow is not one of them. So I am using the snow from a stamp set called Winter Owl, Warm Winter. It's the set that's got a lot of owls anyway. Okay, so I'm stamping my snow right over my mask. So I'm not worried about getting snow on my bird face. because I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to keep twisting the paper so that when I peel this off, the bird does not have any snow on him, right? It's just kind of going all around him. All right, so the colors that I used here were Granny Apple Green and Poppy Parade. So those are the colors that I'm going to use for my background. Now, I previously ran this through my Big Boss. And I use the, this is from the 3-pack of 3D Basic embossing folders, which is in the online exclusives. Okay, let me grab my paper here. So what I'm going to do is adhere this. This is Granny Apple Green, complementary color. This is Poppy Parade, complementary color. I know, Jody was saying that I was just frozen there for a second. I saw that my connection gave out, but it's back. Okay, that's what the back of your bird looks like. So you always want to put a layer behind this so that you're not looking at that like on the inside of a card. You couldn't stamp. That's the one downfall of blends is that they do bleed through the paper. So you just need to be mindful of what you're layering them on, so that's not an issue. But look how that bird pops. Okay, when I'm using a 3D embossing folder, as I have done here, that is me trying to maximize my glue. That much glue is enough if you're using your green glue. It's kind of a pain though, isn't it? Okay. I forgot what I was saying. Shocking, right? Okay, I am using, I had my card base out somewhere, but anyway, I'm using a thick white, and it's just a half a sheet of cardstock. I scored right at, right down the middle. You have to score if you are using using the thick cardstock, because it does not, it will crack if you don't. And did I mention that the paper, including the thick cardstock, is on sale? So that is, now would be a great time to grab that. Okay, I'm going to use dimensionals on the back of that. And the reason that I'm doing this is because you could use your liquid adhesive, a fair amount of it, but I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of dimension to this. So you need to get in a lot of nooks and crannies. So when I have concern about that, and right now I have concern because you heard me trying to get the last bits of my green glue out of the container. When I have concerns about that, I'll just use dimensionals because I know for sure that these will work. So I'm going to stick that right on the front of my card. Look at him. You don't even mind snow at this time of year, do you? Isn't that adorable? Okay. Now, greeting. I need a greeting on this. So I am using a greeting from another stamp set called Sending Cheer. And the greeting that I'm using is Sending Cheer. And I'm going to stamp that in the, what color is this? Poppy Parade. So it coordinates. And I'm just using a little, this is the punch that I'm using. It's a double oval punch. But I don't want to waste, like if I used a bigger sheet of white, then I would end up having this, I'd end up wasting. And I don't want to do that. So I'm just using like a little long strip to put my greeting on. I always stamp and then punch. That way I don't have to worry about lining things up. We don't need any extra stress in our life. And lining things up in a punch, to me, can be stressful. So to avoid that, I stamp first. And then this is going to be my background. Now, if I wanted to save extra paper, I could have punched this right out of this green layer here, but I honestly didn't think of it on time, so I didn't. But that would be a way to save on some paper. All right, so let's do this. I gotta open me a new green glue, clearly. Okay, sending cheer. We're gonna pop this on with dimensionals. They're somewhere. Oh, found them. They really should have neon backing on dimensionals. I'm going to write to Stampin' Up! Again and say neon backings on dimensionals would really help every crafter, because things get a little lost on our desks. Okay, so let's put, whoops, almost did that upside down. There we go, sending cheer. Ah! Okay, so why not? Let's put some snow on the inside. That'd be a fun little thing to do. Just gonna put some at the top, like so. Like it's kind of the beginning of the snowstorm. I'm not gonna fill the whole inside with it, but there you go. Sending cheer from the bird's eye view with a little help from the Sending Cheer stamp set, as well as the owl stamp set with the snow. All right, that is it. Let me flip you around one more time. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that is it. Today is the beginning of the seasonal sale. Did I mention the seasonal sale is not, it's not a long sale. It's 2 days. So if there's anything that you want, and trust me, you do, this is the time to stock up. Get your envelopes, get your paper, your thick cardstock. Everything is on, well, I shouldn't say everything. All of the paper in the annual catalog, the ribbon, the trim from the annual catalog, the blends are on sale. So if you have some that need replacing or some that you haven't gotten yet, I got up this morning and got my order in for a bunch of colors that I didn't yet have, because why not get them on sale, right? So the seasonal sale goes through the 16th, which is only 2 days from now. So be sure to look into that, because you don't want to miss out. If you do not have a demonstrator and you are looking for those things, I'd be honored if you'd go to my website, bettyboop.stampinup.net, and that is where you can find everything that's on sale, as well as everything. You don't just have to get the on sale things for today. So that's that. And if you are a demonstrator, particularly if you're on my team, and we've discussed the convention coming up in March, make sure that you register today. All right, thanks, guys. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is a card that we're doing at my monthly card class, which is tomorrow. So if you haven't signed up, you're not coming. But if you are interested in getting more information on my upcoming card classes, they will begin again in January. And if you give me your information, I'll be sure to add you to my email list so you won't miss out. All right, guys, thanks very much. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.